Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. Surprise, surprise. Wasn't expecting a color and chat for me today. I wasn't expecting to do one. But I have a number of books and things that were sent to me for review. So next weekend we're going to be moving, so I know I'm not going to be recording videos next weekend, and it wasn't really fair for these individuals that sent me these books to wait 2-3 weeks for me to be able to record the reviews, the flip throughs. So thought I would get some recorded today. It is Sunday the 20th, so hopefully I'll get this color and chat up tonight yet. No guarantees. So maybe tomorrow morning. But anyhow, I am going to color some more out of Spooky Halloween that was sent to me by Prachi Dewan Sachdeva. This is that color by number mosaics that we were coloring in, and we were coloring. All right, must be the next one. Yes. Oh, and I forgot my page that has to go back behind. So I will be right back. Okie dokie, I am back. So let's see. What number? Should we do some more of the number ones? That was the brown, which is TN8. And I still had it out from last time. Okay, so how is everybody? Let's zoom back in a little bit here. I hope everybody is doing well, being safe. I'm doing okay. We are freezing up here. I know y'all in the south have been saying how hot it is down there. Could you guys please send some of that heat up here? If you send us 50% of your heat and keep 50%, I'll send you 50% of our cool temperatures and keep 50%, and maybe we'll both average out in the mid-70s. We have been having frost and freeze warnings at night. Yes. It's been getting in like the 20s in some areas. 20s. With highs in like the 50s here in Wisconsin. That is quite cold for the beginning and mid-September. Too cold. Winter comes fast enough. Okay, so I did want to first talk about why I'm talking funny. I'm going to be recording a bunch of videos, my flip throughs. So I thought I would do the color and chat first and kind of explain kind of what's been going on. If you watched my last color and chat, I had talked about having to have dental surgery on Wednesday. So excuse me. I really didn't think I was going to be recording this weekend, but like I said, I felt I should, even though my mouth is quite painful yet. I didn't go into exactly what was happening, what kind of surgery I was having, just because, I don't know, I guess I felt there's kind of a stigma attached to what was all happening to me, and I always care too much about what other people think of me, but I decided I will talk about it. I had to have all of my teeth extracted, and get full dentures. So yeah, it is still been quite painful. I did get immediately after extraction the appointment before they took impressions, and you get a full set of temporary, they're called immediate dentures. And so that's what I have in right now. The only reason they're in is so I can talk relatively okay, because without them, yeah, it's harder to talk. So the only time I really put these in is like on Friday when I had a gazillion phone calls to make, and I kind of needed to be a little bit clearer. My S's don't come out real well yet, and a lot of that just has to do with the fact that it's quite painful at this point in time yet to have them in. So yeah, I've been kind of keeping them out, but that is still, yeah, as you can imagine. And so I was extremely nervous Wednesday morning. They did prescribe me a couple of Valiums to take beforehand, one the night before and one an hour before my appointment. But if you ask me, that didn't help a whole lot. As I was sitting in the dentist chair, shortly before they were starting, I was shaking so hard. I just couldn't quit shaking. And they asked if I needed a minute yet, and I'm like, no, just get it over with. So, yeah. Worst part about it at that point in time were the shots. Oh my gosh. As you can imagine. I mean, yeah, they do kind of pre-numb it with a gel, but yeah, that only numbs it so much. And some of them especially, I just about went through the rough. But they must really use some powerful Novocaine, because typically when you have work done, whether it's an extraction or a filling or whatever, at least for me with my other dentists, you know, they got to wait like a good 5 minutes to have the Novocaine take effect. And not this time. Holy cow. It was immediate. Gave me a shot. It was ready to go. So they did the uppers first, gave me all the shots. Roof of the mouth and the front is the absolute worst. That's kind of when I kind of had to hang on to the seat. But yeah, then they got all them out and proceeded to do all the shots and do all the lower teeth. Right after that, they immediately fit in my temporary dentures. And I guess the only reason for these temporary dentures is due to the fact that you do not get your permanent dentures for 6 whole months. They say that that's how long it takes to have your mouth completely healed, all the tissues, the bone structure, everything be completely healed and moved into place where it should be, where it will stay. So that's why you get this at, so you don't have to go 6 months without any teeth. But yeah, as you can imagine, putting these in right now on those sore gums does not feel real good. So yeah, but yeah, eating without them in, and of course I can only eat real soft things. I've been eating a lot of soup, yogurt, pudding. Tried a couple of other things because the dental assistant told me at my recheck, because I said, hey, I've been so hungry. And she said, what have you been eating? And at that point in time, I had just had some cream of chicken soup. And she goes, no. She goes, we do not recommend soups. She says, number one, like you said, you get so hungry. And number two, you just don't get enough calories in. And people have a tendency, and I've been off camera that whole while, sorry. People have a tendency of losing weight, not getting enough calories in, and by not getting enough calories in, you don't heal as fast. So, got to get your calories in as much as you can, at least to the point where, you know, you were getting calories in before you had the surgery. So, I've been trying to eat other things, and you know, she said you basically can have anything that you could, you know, mush in the top of your mouth with your tongue. Well, yeah, I tried some of that, and it made my mouth hurt so bad afterwards. I'm not doing that anymore. So, like today, I had some flavored mashed potatoes. And then I made them extra, you know, I added extra liquid so they were kind of runny. And I could eat them off a spoon relatively well, sort of, kind of. So hopefully I'll get enough calories in. I have lost some weight already, which is not what they want to hear. But yeah, I am not pushing it because it made my mouth so sore by trying the other stuff. Like she said, pasta. So I boiled the heck out of some elbow macaroni and just put some butter on them. Tried to mush that up in the roof of my mouth with my tongue, and no, that didn't work too well. And just really made my mouth sore. So I am not doing that. But I am having a big problem with the upper left side. It feels like there is part of a tooth that was left behind, or else the bone itself, because they did have to shave down the bones also. Sorry, don't mean to make you guys cringe. But something hard is in there yet, and it feels like an exposed root is in there yet, or nerve, I should say. So, yeah, when I try to put these in, that part up there especially is not good. So I'm going to call them tomorrow morning right away and see if they need to see me back, which is not good because I've already had to have 3 days off. Heather's had to take off work, and she is just swamped. I felt bad for having to take Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off already. So to have another day off, because I want the Monday after we move again off. This next Friday, I'm going to try to, you know, watch the kids and get some things packed up for Saturday's move. And we'll see how that goes. So that's kind of the status on me, health-wise. So I just decided I would be upfront as far as, you know, what's going on. The reason why I had to have them all extracted for some reason, and even my new dentist wasn't sure why. I got cavities underneath almost all of my fillings. And then I went into this dentist in the first place because I think I mentioned it in a past color and chat that one of my crowns came off in the back. I had a large cavity behind one of my main upper front teeth, and I was trying to keep it really, really super clean by brushing a lot. I mean, I brush every day anyhow, but I was brushing multiple times during the day, and yet it still came out. So that's why I was kind of talking funny before I even had this surgery, is I was actually missing one of my front teeth. Looked absolutely horrible. And then I also did have one of my teeth in the lower left chip out on me. And believe it or not, my regular dentist, I'm going to change colors. That's enough browns. Because there's a lot more ones. Let's go on to 5, which is the oranges. My regular dentist, number 1, didn't consider it emergency. Number 2, is still not open. It's the only dentist in town that is not open yet. Don't understand why. I mean, yes, we do have to be cautious, with extra steps, precautions taken and whatnot, but yeah, they're not even open yet. And so that's why I decided to go to this new dentist, and that's how I found out all of this. And so, yeah, he's not quite, whoops, that was a 1. He's not quite sure how or why it happened, but it would have costed me so much more to try to fix each individual tooth and then put crowns on each one than to just extract them and get dentures. So I was not a happy camper. I was kind of dumbfounded. It was not what I expected to hear when I went in there. So yeah, took a while for it all to sink in, I guess. I've jokingly said in the past, God, I should just pull them all and let me get dentures. But I was not serious. I wasn't. But yeah, that is what has now happened. So, like I said, I have a number of flip-through videos to do. But I wanted to do this color and chat first to kind of explain why I am sounding the way I'm sounding. Right now I'm not doing too bad. I had taken a pain med shortly before this, so it wasn't hurting quite so bad. But those pain meds just really knock me out. I get so tired. And I don't want to rely on them too much, but I've tried just ibuprofen, which I'm technically not supposed to take anyhow because of my bariatric surgery that I had, oh my gosh, it's going to be 8 years in December. Wow. Not supposed to take ibuprofen, supposed to only take Tylenol. But I tried Tylenol, that didn't do anything for the pain, so tried the ibuprofen and maybe helped a little, but not much. So, yeah, I take my hydrocodone when the time is up, and I can take some more, and if it's hurting bad enough, which it always is, because that stuff only lasts for maybe 4 hours. I can only take it every 6 hours. So, yeah. But, yeah, I took a pain med a while ago, about an hour ago. So, I'm feeling a little bit okay to do these videos, so. I know every day is going to get better and better. That's what I keep telling myself. Hasn't happened yet, though. I sure thought I'd be feeling a little bit better by now because I'll be getting the kids tomorrow again. And, ugh, not sure how that's going to go. And then, so that's kind of that on the health front, the dental front. About the move, unfortunately found out this past week we cannot close next Friday like I was hoping, so that we could move next Saturday. With having to close on Monday the 28th, that means we wouldn't be able to move until the following Saturday, which goes into October, which means, you know, renting the storage unit for an additional month, probably paying my daughter maybe a little extra. So that's why, you know, we were kind of pushing for the 25th. She kind of evidently forgot about that because I was talking to her Friday about she needed some additional information from us. And she said, yeah, we would have had to have this additional information to underwriting by today, meaning Friday. And that wasn't happening. So, yeah, closing is not until a week from Monday, not next Friday. So you ask, why are we still moving next Saturday? Because Bob kind of knows the person that's selling this house. Bob knows everybody in Marathon. And as a matter of fact, you know, we're only moving a few blocks away. They actually only moved, I got to cross my legs the other way. They're only moving a couple blocks away from the house that they sold. Small world. So rather than going through the realtors and taking days, you know, playing phone tag and all of that, he just went over and talked to this guy directly. First, because we had our new fridge delivered, rather than having to move this big, heavy thing twice, he went over and asked if we could just have it stored, yeah. Talk bad enough the way it is, and then I mispronounce it. If we could have it stored in their garage, because they're moved out completely, and so, you know, the house is empty and everything, has been for a while. And, you know, see if we could store it in there right away, have it delivered over there, and then we are having the stove coming this week also. And he very nicely said, yes, that's fine, because our loan commitment's coming through this week anyhow. You know, the only formality then is signing all the paperwork next Monday. You know, technically, the house is ours once the loan commitment comes through, and that should be coming through the beginning of this week. But we still had the problem of, you know, not being able to move till the following weekend going into October. And so yesterday, Bob went over and talked to him again and kind of explained the situation. You know, especially getting the big stuff moved in, like, you know, living room set, my humongo desk, you know, washer and dryer and bedroom sets, you know, that kind of stuff. And, oops, number one again. And, again, this guy is being so nice. He says, yeah, he says, I don't see a problem with that, but let me double check with my realtor just to make sure he agrees that, you know, it would be okay for us to do that. So I'm assuming he will be in touch with his realtor tomorrow, I hope. and then get back to us, because I was just ecstatic. I was in tears with everything going wrong again. And just, with my mouth and everything, it just, so, I was ecstatic. I said, "Oh, Bob, we're finally moving into our new house." Well, he said, "Well, we're not going to be staying." I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Well," he just said we could, move the big stuff in. It's not like we're ourselves moving in, like we're not staying that night. I says, "Why not?" I said, "If we're moving everything out of Tanya's, my daughter's here, what are we going to be sleeping on over there? What are we going to be doing?" And he said, "Well, we'll just leave the 2 chairs, and a few things. It'll only be for like a day and a half." And I'm like, "Oh, Bob," I said, "if he's letting us move pretty much everything in," I says, "I don't think he's really going to care if, we actually move in, you know what I mean?" Let's go on to the blues, light blues. So I said, "Why don't you just, I don't want to push it. They're being nice enough, letting us do what we're doing. It's kind of unconventional to be asking this of the sellers, and I know that. But to just ask them if, moving the big stuff in, if that means we can totally move in." I said, "And just, phrase it that, it's up to them, and, we'll be nice about it. I don't want to push it. And if he, says no, just, to move some stuff in, that's fine. We'll live with that. It still will help us out a tremendous amount, just to be able to get all that stuff out of storage, get it into the house, get the majority of the stuff moved next week and then yet, and the rest of it, Bob and I will get ourselves via trailers." Bob said he would take a few days off from work, get a trailer full here and there, and the only thing I'm going to feel bad about is I'm not really going to be able to help too much because I'm going to have the kids. Except for Monday, because like I said, I'm going to feel bad, but I'm almost going to have Monday off just to get the kitchen in order and the bedrooms in order, and I'm hoping Sunday at least I'll be able to get some of that so we can go to sleep, and but there's still so much unpacking to do, and my craft room, that's going to take a while, but that is not a priority, I know. It's the rest of the house that is a priority, so that alone is going to take quite a while, as most of you know, because I imagine most everybody watching this has moved at some point in their life. I think, I think pretty much everybody has had to make a move, and it's never fun. It's exciting to get into a new place, but it's kind of bittersweet for me because I'm leaving my bigger, beautiful house for a smaller, older home. But it's, it has 4 bedrooms, so the one good thing is I will have a separate craft room. So I am excited about that. And yeah, it's still exciting to get into a new place, new beginnings, nice and clean, but, not cluttered. But you know it doesn't take too long to get cluttered again. Oh my gosh, how we collect things so fast is unreal. So yeah, that's just kind of the update on me and Bob and kind of where everything is at. Another reason why I wanted to get some of this recorded this weekend, because yeah, I won't be recording next weekend for sure. And yeah, I would be getting so far behind because I am having a number of diamond paintings coming for unbagging. And so I'm going to be having those sitting there too. I already have one product sitting here that I can't really, and I did contact her and she said it's fine. Cannot really do a proper review on it until I get all of my supplies. I have access, I should say, to my pencils, and they're all, of course, in storage. So, yeah, I'm going to have to hold off on that video for a while. And yeah, she was very understanding. But like I said, I'm just going to be getting farther and farther behind. So, I think I'm going to be wrapping this up shortly. Like I said, this was going to be a shorter color and chat. I usually try to, make my color and chats an hour or longer. But, yeah, I am going to try to talk as long as my mouth will let me. That sounds funny, doesn't it? So let's finish up these 12s over here. And I kind of ran out of other things to talk about anyhow. Haven't had any Maddie stories for a while, have I? Because she is now in 4K. So she goes to school Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I only have her and Levi Tuesday and Thursdays. Well, I have Levi Monday through Friday yet, of course. But then, yeah, I have Maddie in addition on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then Jaden the opposite days. It just worked out that way. So I have Jaden Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because he's virtual. How's that go? Oh my gosh, I get so confused. He's virtual Tuesday and Thursday, and then he never has school on Fridays. So, no, he goes to school Tuesday and Thursday. He's virtual Monday and Wednesday, so he's here. Phew. Yeah, confusing. I just know that I have Maddie Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I have Jaden Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I have Levi every day. But try to keep that all straight. Yes. Oy vey. So, yeah, I don't get to see my Madison that often anymore. We just have a couple 12s over here, so I think I'm just going to go ahead finish off the 12s. I've been kind of busy working on some of the new books I got, so that's why I kind of like to do a picture in new books before I do flips, but yeah, the vast majority of the books I'm going to be doing flip. Well, I shouldn't say that. Most of the books I don't. Color Questopia is an exception. Some of Prachi Sachdeva's I do like to get a picture or two done in. And unfortunately, I didn't get any colored in his. I was working on some Color Questopia. I've been doing just real basic, basic pictures. some one color pictures, and then just color by number. That is it. That is all that's going to be in my end of the month video. What I colored for September is just one color pictures and color by number. Matter of fact, I finished a Belba family book, the mandala book. So I will be doing a video on that, a flip through of my finished book. Oh yeah, that's another video to write down. Another one I gotta do. That one won't be until after I move though, so. All right, I think we got all the 12s. So, yeah. Not quite sure what's all in here yet. You can tell we got a pumpkin here now going on though. Some sky in the background. So the oranges, these are actually quite bright orange. I see on camera, and I bet it's due to my lighting here. Let me change the lighting here once. No, that didn't help. Oh, that made it better. So, yeah, because these are quite bright. Made it a little better. They still look kind of brownish though, tan, and yeah, they're not, but the lighting here is very different than when I'm on my desk. I'm in the dining room here. So yeah, lighting is very different. I do have my art light, my other light that is typically up on top of my desk, but I have the dining room light on up above me, so I don't have my bright light that's on typically underneath my desk. So yeah, lighting's a little bit different, but that's okay. I'm still able to make some videos. Just seen another 12. Let's quick get it. Do you ever do that when you're coloring by number? I always miss things. And it's so funny because it's right next to another one of that same color. I do that in the Belba family books all the time. And I'm like, how the heck did I miss that? But yeah, I do. All right. I am going to leave it here. I thank you so much for clicking on and watching this video. Again, I hope everybody is doing well. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. And as always, happy coloring. Bye, guys.